So today we're going to talk about something that every high capacity woman says she wants, but rarely feels like she's in control of. And that is time. Not just managing her time, not just planning time, not just squeezing things into time, but actually taking back ownership of the time that God has trusted you with. Because if I'm honest, for years, I didn't have a time problem. I had a capacity problem. I had a clarity problem. I had a boundary problem. I had a season awareness problem. But it all showed up as a schedule problem. So today, I'm going to tell you the truth about why our schedule doesn't work and the exact strategy that finally set me free. So let me tell you what my old schedule looked like. It looked like overfilled, overcommitted, packed with obligations, meetings I didn't need, tasks I shouldn't have taken, but work blocks that didn't match my energy. I had no margin, no time for taking a little break, and no room for God to speak. But from the outside, because I had the Palm Pilot at the time, or the iPhone, or the BlackBerry, I looked organized. I had color-coded calendars. I had digital tools. I had checklists. I had timers. I had to-do lists. I even had the reminders that I learned to ignore, which is so funny to me. But inside, I was overwhelmed. And every day felt like I was chasing after myself. And I wasn't proactive at all. I was actually reactive. And I wasn't leading my day. My day was leading me. My calendar was performing, but it wasn't producing. So one morning, I opened my calendar and it hit me. Everything on my schedule was built around other people's needs, other people's timelines, their expectations, their pace, and their poorly planned emergencies because they weren't even on my calendar, but I would squeeze them in 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. But none of these reflected how I worked best. When I worked best in the season I was in, the responsibilities that I carried, and the recovery time that I needed, my mission God gave me. And here's the truth. A schedule that ignores your real life will always fail. Let me say that again. It will always fail. And I know that you might be feeling that right now because you are a high capacity woman and you carry more than most will ever even understand. And yet you're still expecting yourself to operate on a schedule that doesn't match your reality. So one day I read a scripture I read hundreds of times, but it hit me differently. And it was Psalms 90 and 12. And what it says is, teach us to number our days that we may gain the heart of wisdom. So God was not telling me to count my time. And just so you know, that was Psalms 90 and 12. God wasn't telling us to count the time. He was telling me to value my time, to be intentional, to steward it, to build it with wisdom. And that scripture forced me to ask myself, why am I doing the days? What am I doing with the days that God is giving me? Not the hypothetical days, not the future days, these days right now. And so let me walk you through the strategy that changed everything to me. Number one, the identity with your real season. I literally had to take a quick time out and say what season am I in? And at that time, the season I was in is I was a new mother. I had children. I had school obligations. I had wife obligations. I had a lot of things. And if I looked at all the things, the real season that I was in, I was realizing that everything I was doing was running around trying to balance my kids, trying to lead the things I was responsible for, whether I volunteered or was voluntold. I was supporting supporting my kids, trying to manage my health, trying to prepare for every single transaction that was jam-packed into my schedule. And your schedule must reflect the season, not your ambition. So when you think about and take some time and even pause this video, if you find yourself that you have time, pause this video and say to yourself, if I look at my schedule, does it really reflect my seasons and the priorities that I say are important versus the ambition that I have? Number two, you want to align your calendar with your energy, not with your clock. I had to learn this about myself. I do not perform well late in the evening. I am an early morning person. My creativity and my brain peaks early in the morning, probably before most people are even thinking about opening their eyes. My admin brain, it works also early in the morning. So by mid-afternoon or evening, I should not be in back-to-back meetings late in the day. I need recovery time. So once I honored that, my performance became effortless. So as a high capacity woman, I want you to think about discipline is the answer, but alignment is the real solution. So step 3 is to set your non-negotiables first. So now my calendar, it starts with my time with God, my movement goal, my family or friends that are close to me and feel like family, my finances, and then I have to make sure that I have time for fun. That's what I reference as the Fab Five. Everything adjusts around that, not the other way around. And so then step 4 is now design a responsive schedule, not a reactive one. A reactive schedule responds to everyone's emergencies. Everyone, can I pick your brain? I just need 5 minutes. A responsive schedule responds to purpose. And then step 5, make sure that you're building in margin in your calendar. And margins are not laziness. Margin is leadership, it's mental stability, it's creativity, it's obedience. And then let me release some pressures off of you, because here's what happens when you make a decision about what you're going to do with your life. It's not because you're disorganized. It's not because you don't really want to try hard enough. It's not because you're bad with time. It's not because you procrastinate. These are not the reasons why you need to modify your schedule. Your schedule hasn't worked because you didn't design it around your reality. You didn't design it around your energy. You didn't design it around your season or your purpose. And you've been judging yourself for a system that was broken before you even tried to use it. So if you want to shift your life and build a business and have work-life harmony, not work-life balance, because typically that means squeezing in everything so everybody else can be balanced and you're going nuts, but work-life harmony, you want financial freedom, and if you want peace, well, it starts with one thing, and that is time alignment. This time is not just a resource, it is a spiritual assignment. And high capacity women cannot transform without first taking control of their time. This is why the phase 0 of the Ignite Your Great is about creating realistic schedules, not a perfect schedule, a real one that applies and is applicable to your life. So if this message hits you and you're tired of feeling behind, tired of feeling stretched, tired of feeling like you're managing everyone else's needs except your own, I want you to type the word connect in the comment section. Join in the comment section, because the VonSwy Recreation Station helps high capacity women build aligned schedules, create realistic routines, build in breaks versus burnout cycles. It helps you get accountability and connect with the community, grow spiritually, emotionally, and professionally. And you are not supposed to, remember, you are not supposed to try to manage your life alone. So tomorrow in day 6, we're going to talk about mindset clarity, who you are and what you want and why you deserve it matters. So tomorrow on day 6, make sure you stay tuned. So this is LaTashia Martin, also known as Techie Tashia. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, and I hope that you have an amazing, blessed day.